Alright, so being completely transparent here, this is going to be a self-improvement video designed to help you start watching more self-improvement videos. So as to not sound like hypocritical, I just want to share, right, what I found useful and how to actually stop just mindlessly consuming all the content that's out there. Because in like the 2 years-ish that I've been on this self-improvement journey, this lifelong journey, I found that although most of it is pretty useful, right, a lot of it, especially if you overdo it, can lead to a very precarious position in life. And especially when I've been watching like self-improvement content back to back to back, non-stop, fucking disregarding everything else, but just only watching and coping by saying that I'm learning and stuff, I found that my life is significantly more dull, less fulfilling, and it's just a worse life. My mental health is not on point, and it's not even as if I'm learning anything useful because I don't take much action. So the thing that you fall into is the self-improvement loophole, because when you watch self-improvement content on repeat, you put so many hours into it and you just kind of get like drawn into this rabbit hole where you are kind of like in your own little space and you're not open to everything else. If you've read like The Way of the Superior Man, you got to be open, man. You got to be present. And just just falling into the despair of the self-improvement rabbit hole will lead to just being shut off and closed off. Even if the content that you're watching is actually inherently good, even if it's telling you, to do this and that and how to actually level up and improve your life and be more open and fulfilling. If you don't take action on it and you're just mindlessly consuming it, then it doesn't really work. You're just kind of stuck in this like self-improvement loophole. And there's like this quote, like, if doctors could cure you, they would lose a customer. And I don't know how true this applies, but you can see, right, it's kind of like the case here. If they actually gave you like the right solutions to the problems and they actually help you like full on like get past like whatever you're going through in life right now, whatever struggles you have, then they lose a customer, they lose your attention. We live in an attention economy. Your attention is worth money, You're giving your attention to me by watching me right now. And to anyone that you give your attention to, it's money. It's like the attention economy. And by just donating your attention away with no inherent intention and awareness of yourself, and you're just blindly just going through life sleeping and just consuming content with no real aim or purpose in mind, then you're full on other customers. Now, I don't know how valid that phrase is. If doctors cure you, they would lose their customer type shit. I read it somewhere, I think. It can be a bit far-fetched, but you can see like applying here. You can see how bits of it at least can be manufactured in this way so that you're actually just, mindlessly consuming without taking any action. And you're kind of doing the opposite of what self-improvement is truly about. I've been on this lifelong journey for only like 2 years now, but I can already see, bro, that most of it is kind of BS, because I not only watch all the self-improvement content, but I also love reading books, And many people that I do know that are actively leveling up life maybe don't like reading that many books, so they don't have that source of other information, the other media. And so they're kind of like blinded into just this, YouTube or TikTok sphere of self-improvement. And I found that most of it is kind of BS, It's kind of daring for me to say, but, like a lot of the stuff that I read in the books are stuff that is never talked about in the videos. It's usually just like the basic level of self-improvement, like alpha male mindset, all that stuff. And you never get to like, the spiritual, truly masculine levels. I'm probably going to make a whole video on it at some point. But the point is that you get fully into this zone and you don't open yourself up to the world. You kind of go into like this monk mode area, which is not what true self-improvement is about. It's not about locking yourself in a room till you're like on 5K a month, 10K a month. And the final thing I just want to say is that it's auspicious to learn, but just make sure to take action on it, bro. This is the mistake that I see most people making, right? Self-improvement content is actually not that bad. It can be used to improve, You don't find everything in the books. There are some like tactics that are applicable in like the modern day that is really good on YouTube and TikTok and stuff. Less on TikTok. Not really on TikTok, but on YouTube and like long form content especially. And if you know the right sources and if you are just taking action as well as learning, then I think it's fine for you to watch self-improvement content. The only problem and the only hiccup that I went through is that when I didn't take any action in my own life, so I never made any progress, and that, fed back into the loop of watching more content, but I didn't take action. So I was like, I need to maybe watch more content and learn more. So it was just that loop, which is never ending, and it can completely spiral you out into an induced transition. But you've gotta make sure to take action, bro. There's also like this quote, right? Knowledge is power. But I realized that knowledge is only power when you use it. So make sure you use your knowledge. Make sure you just don't donate your hours away and not make any actual progress in your own life. And that applies for this video too. Like I said, this is also technically a self-improvement video. So make sure to actually take action and not just mindlessly consume videos. And that of course includes like my videos, because I also make like self-improvement type videos. So yeah, that's all I want to say. As always, bro, your potential is only limited by your intention. I'll see you in the next one. Take care, man.